Wait a second. Who is that? Hey guys, it's Phoebe. Welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Game of Thrones character recastings.
Think you know Game of Thrones? Click below to sign in with your Google or Facebook account and take the new trivia quiz on WatchMojo.com.
We'll be going over noticeable examples of Game of Thrones characters being recast with new actors. Like most Game of Thrones lists, there will be spoilers. Let's take a look.
He is lost. Come with me or die with him.
Number 10, Dickon Tarly.
Brought it down from 70 yards, one shot.
Oh, that's a fair distance.
So do you do much hunting up at the wall?
The younger brother of Samwell Tarly and their father Randyll Tarly's chosen heir, Dickon Tarly is generally everything his elder sibling is not, at least in the eyes of their father. During season 6, Dickon is played briefly by Freddie Stroma during Sam's painfully awkward reunion with his family. Once Randyll and Dickon go to war the next season, though, Dickon's actor is changed to Tom Hopper. It's possible that Hopper highlights the differences between the two brothers better, given how admittedly handsome he is, but according to Stroma, it was simply a scheduling issue, as he was committed to time after time when the scenes were set to be shot.
I'm Dickon Tarly, son of Randyll Tarly.
Number 9, Lothar Frey. One of the many progeny of the despicable Walder Frey, Lothar, often referred to as Lame, is usually seen in the company of his brother Black Walder, and is generally less talkative than him.
Our fathers instructed us to tell you that his alliance with the North can continue, if his terms are met. Lord Frey requires a formal apology for your violation of your sacred oath to marry one of his daughters.
Maybe that's why so many people overlooked this switch-up. However, there's no missing Lothar in the Red Wedding, which he essentially kickstarts when he stabs Robb Stark's pregnant wife in the abdomen. He later returns along with Black Walder trying to end the Siege of Riverrun, and failing quite badly at it. Initially played by Tom Brooke in Season 3, when Lothar reappears 3 seasons later, he is portrayed by Daniel Twite.
We have Lord Edmure! Yield the castle, or we'll hang him!
Number 8, Rickard Karstark. Head of House Karstark, distant relations of the Starks, and one of Robb's bannermen, Rickard Karstark is a prominent member of the King in the North's army.
If it's revenge, I still got faith in it.
If you no longer believe,
I can believe till it snows and dawn.
His narrative importance increases when he starts becoming more bitter and critical of Robb's decisions, an attitude that's partially motivated by the loss of 2 of his sons to the Lannisters.
I lost one son, fighting by your son's side. I lost another to the Kingslayer, strangled with a chain.
He takes his anger too far, however, when he kills 2 young Lannister prisoners, leading to his execution at Robb's hands. Lord Karstark only appears briefly at the end of the first season, sporting a black beard, and he isn't even named.
I'll have peace on those terms. They can keep their red castle. And their iron chair, too. The King in the North.
But thereafter, he's played by Jon Stall, who's considerably more gray-haired.
The blood of the first men flows through my veins as much as yours, boy. I fought the Mad King for your father. I fought Joffrey for you.
Number 7, Myrcella Baratheon. The only daughter of Cersei Lannister and her brother Jaime, Princess Myrcella Baratheon is primarily a background character for most of her time on the show.
Mother says I'll have a new gown for the ceremony, and another for the feast. But yours will be ivory, since you're the bride.
During this time, she's usually played by Amy Richardson, and is most notable for being much nicer than her elder brother Joffrey. However, when Myrcella's life comes under threat while in Dorne, her actress was changed to the older Nell Tiger Free, presumably to match up with her love interest, a Dornish prince.
This Lannister girl skips about the water gardens, eating our food, breathing our air.
Amy Richardson had a great reaction to her recasting though, posting a video of herself holding a sign reading, Princess for Hire.
I know. About you and Mother. I think a part of me always knew. And I'm glad. I'm glad that you're my father.
Number 6, Beric Dondarrion. the charismatic leader of the Brotherhood Without Banners, a group dedicated to protecting civilians caught in Westeros' war. Beric Dondarrion is a seldom seen but important character to the story.
The other side. There is no other side. I have been to the darkness, my lady.
After all, he's one of the few characters to have come back to life, and the only one brought back multiple times.
Every time I come back, I'm a bit less. Pieces of you get chipped away.
Dondarrion begins his crusade to protect the innocent at the behest of Ned Stark, who charges him in the first season to bring the Mountain to justice. But it's a blink and you'll miss it appearance.
Lord Beric Dondarrion. You shall have the command. Assemble 100 men and ride to Sir Gregor's keep.
As you command.
Since the character's return in Season 3, he's been played by Richard Dormer. The recasting seems likely to have been due to the presence Dormer brings to the character.
You and I won't find much joy while we're here. But we can keep others alive. We can defend those who can't defend themselves.
Number 5. Night King. An ancient leader and the progenitor of the White Walkers, the Night King appears to be the greatest threat to Westeros, leading an army of icy creatures and reanimated dead to assail the continent and its many squabbling human houses. The Night King has rarely appeared over the years, and the actors do have heavy makeup on, so you'd be forgiven for not noticing this recasting. Even so, the initial actor, Richard Brake, has a noticeably thinner face, one that launched 1,000 memes. His replacement, Vladimir Furtick, also played the Night King prior to his transformation into a White Walker. Many fans point to this recasting as further proof of a popular theory that Bran Stark is the Night King, since the new actor looks shockingly similar to Isaac Hempstead Wright. Number 4. Three-Eyed Raven. An ancient green seer living beneath a tree, the Three-Eyed Raven is a mentor figure to Bran Stark.
But before you leave, you must learn.
Learn what?
Everything.
After appearing to him in dreams as a literal raven with 3 eyes, this aged character finally appears in the flesh beyond the wall.
I've been many things. Now, I am what you see.
His initial wilder appearance during this meeting is closer to that of the books, and he's portrayed by Struan Roger. However, when the character next appears during his training of Bran to replace him, the Three-Eyed Raven, besides being played by the excellent Max von Sydow, he's much better kempt.
It is time to go.
Please, a little longer.
We don't mind a little deviation from the books, though, since we get someone of von Sydow's caliber.
The time has come. Leave me.
Number 3. Tommen Baratheon.
Is Joffrey going to kill Sansa's brother?
He might. Would you like that?
No, I don't think so.
The brother of Myrcella and the second of Cersei's children to sit on the Iron Throne, Tommen Baratheon, like his sister, plays a relatively small role throughout the first part of the show. With the lion's share of attention being focused on Joffrey, it was Callum Wary who played the younger sibling. Upon his brother's death, though, Tommen gets brought to the forefront with his coronation, and he was consequently recast with a slightly older actor, Dean Charles Chapman.
What kind of king do you think he'll be?
A good king?
I think so as well.
Oddly enough, he actually had previous experience on the show playing another Lannister, Martin, who's actually Tommen's first cousin once removed in Season 3.
You're a Lannister, aren't you? Martin Lannister.
Like many of our prior entries, this was another case of a background actor being recast when their importance to the plot increased.
The crown and the faith are the twin pillars upon which the world rests. Together, we will restore the Seven Kingdoms to glory.
Number 2. Gregor Clegane. The older brother of Sandor the Hound Clegane, Gregor is infamous throughout the Seven Kingdoms for his brutality and strength, and his role throughout the series as the de facto muscle of the Lannisters, particularly Cersei. The Mountain is unique among our entries due to the fact that he is played by not 2, but 3 different actors. The first, Conan Stevens, appears only in Season 1, the second, Ian White, in Season 2, and the third and final one from Season 4 onwards.
Have they told you who I am? Some dead man.
The change is a welcome one, however, since they ended up casting the perfect actor to play the Mountain, Halfthor Julius Bjornsson, who's literally one of the world's strongest men.
Who am I fighting?
Does it matter?
Number 1, Daario Naharis.
Allow me to present the captains of the Second Sons. Miro Bravos, Rendal Negezen, and,
Daario Naharis.
Leader of the Second Sons, a mercenary company, Daario Naharis is a skilled, charismatic fighter who quickly enlists with and falls for Daenerys Targaryen, eventually becoming one of her most trusted lieutenants.
The city is yours, my queen.
Daario's recasting is definitely the most jarring, as he's first played by Ed Skrein of Deadpool fame, rocking a kind of Fabio-esque look, and is portrayed the next season by Mikhail Hausman, whose bearded look and shorter hair make for a strikingly different appearance. Still, neither one quite matches appearance in the books. Then again, there are likely few actors willing to dye their hair and beard blue.
I love you. And I make you happy. You know I do. Bring me with you. Let me fight for you.
Did they really think they could pull a fast one on us with Daario Naharis? They look nothing alike. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you thought in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our Game of Thrones playlist for everything Westerosi. And between you and me, we have something really special coming up for the final season of Game of Thrones, so keep an eye out.